Hi guys! Today we are going to do a video all about the queen of symphonic metal, and that is Tarja Turunen and her solo career. I wanted to do this today because I will literally be filming this video, uploading it, getting on a train and going to see her. So I'm obviously in the mood. I said I was going to do this video a while ago anyway, so it was coming. Like, it wasn't just something I decided today I was going to make, but today was obviously the perfect day to do so. Anyway, so I'm going to show you the things I have. I'm just going to talk a little bit about her solo career and my opinions, and you know the drill. If you've seen any of my other videos where I just ramble on about how much I like an artist, you know what you're looking for. Anyway, so I believe I have all of her studio, like, actual albums. Please correct me if I'm wrong and I'll probably end up ordering it. So I have My Winter Storm, I have What Lies Beneath, I have Act 1, which is actually a live album. I have this triple pack of her albums which actually has Act 1 in again, and I was just going to keep this copy and then give away my other copy of it, but like, my other copy's so pretty that I don't know, I haven't decided yet. And this has Colours in the Dark and Left in the Dark. Try and get these back in the box. I also have the Shadow Self and then the Brightest Void. So I have quite a lot of her CDs, and then I also have the live DVD Luna Park Ride. So I'm going to talk about this DVD first actually, because it's the only DVD I have of her, so it's easier. If you are a fan of Tarja and her solo career and you don't have any other live DVDs of her, this one's pretty cheap. So you could probably get your hands on this quite easily, but be warned that it's fan footage mixed in with professional quality filming. It's low quality filming. I mean, to me it doesn't really matter. The sound quality is there. It doesn't use the quality of the sound. That stays professional throughout. It's the visuals, which to me isn't really that much of a deal, but I know from people who I've spoke to about other live DVDs that it can be a bit of an issue. So if you have an issue with like low quality visuals, you might not enjoy this as much. You'll probably like the second, I was going to say concert, but it's like the bonus material better than you will the actual concert, because that's like clips from festivals that have been professionally filmed. So you'll probably enjoy that more than you actually would the concert that this is all based on. But I enjoyed it. It's got a good mix of like her general career at that time. The bonus material actually has stuff leading up to 2014 on, even though the concert itself was filmed in 2011. So you've got a lot of range there. You've got quite a lot of her career just in even the bonus material kind of just goes through it all quite nicely on this disc. So you do get a lot of the music for like your money. I think this was like £10 or something, so it wasn't a lot of money. Like, a lot of music DVDs are so expensive. So if you're a fan and you're not bothered about visuals, you will really enjoy this. If you care about how well it's filmed, you're probably not going to be that big on this, and I'd probably recommend you getting the DVD of Act 1 instead, whereas I only have the album. So, swings and roundabouts. I actually got the album not realising that it was a DVD. So, but I'm not going to go out and buy the DVD when I own the album anyways. So that is the Luna Park Ride. Oh, I should probably say that in Luna Park Ride, what you get, when I can get it out, is like a book. And it's got like pictures from the concert and just like information about who played and things. And you know the drill. It's got like bits and pieces about the tour and stuff in. Just in case you're interested, because I know that a lot of people like to know exactly what you're getting. And it comes with like an advert. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get that back in now. I'll do that later. Anyway, so let's talk about her actual music. So her first album was My Winter Storm, which kind of like came out of nowhere. I mean, obviously it didn't. We all knew she was going solo, but I felt like it was kind of like, when's she going to release a song? And then all of a sudden I Walk Alone came out and this album was everywhere. Maybe not everywhere. Everywhere in my circle. Yeah, so I don't know if it's because I'm in the UK and her releases aren't as big of a deal here, but this is the only album I really have heard about. If it weren't for the fact that I am a fan of her, I probably wouldn't have heard about any of these albums. But this was the only one that actually really got any like UK media around it. Like the I Walk Alone music video got played on UK TV and things. So this is probably my favourite album by her. This may be unfair because obviously this is the one I've had the longest, it's the one I know the best, but I'm saying it's my favourite. I love Kieran's Well. That is an absolute tune. And this one also has Lost Northern Star on it, which I love. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, this has got My Little Phoenix on as well. A lot of the songs that I like are on this album. Her cover of Poison is quite funny. Is that bad? I just think that she knows how to do cheese so well. I'm not bashing. I love this lady and I respect her a lot. But I just feel like she knows how to do metal in a cheesy and fun way. To me, that's not a bad thing. I love cheesy music. I'm not slagging her off or anything. But yeah, like, I really enjoy it. I really do. So yeah, first album, My Winter Storm. The second album is What Lies Beneath, and I really do like Anteroom of Death. On that Luna Park Ride DVD there is a performance of it with Van Canto, the like a cappella band. They like make the noises like a Pitch Perfect kind of style, if you haven't heard of them before, and that's a really cool performance. This also has I Feel Immortal on it, which is like a lovely ballad, and I feel like that's something that she can do really well. She is a ballad kind of lady. Yes, so that's, I believe I'm showing you them in chronological order, even though I've got Act 1 here, which isn't actually an album, it's a live album. But you get 2 discs of performance on this album. You get quite a lot of her music. There's again, there's like a bit of everything. There's a few Nightwish songs and on the DVD as well. Like there's a performance of Stargazers. Like Stargaze is like my live song at the moment for Nightwish. And I know that at the moment she's doing Tutankhamun, Slaying the Dreamer, Everdream and the Riddler, I think it is a like medley. And I kind of hope that inspires Nightwish themselves to do Tutankhamun and Slaying the Dreamer when they tour again, because obviously she did Stargazers and the first thing they did when they got Floor on board was to get Stargazers back in the set. So if you want to just like take on some of her songs more, please, because they're some of my favourites. Yeah, so you get a bit of Nightwish, you get some covers on here as well. She's got Still of the Night, she's got Where Were You Last Night, and then it's kind of mashed up with Heaven Is a Place on Earth and Living on a Prayer, but really it's just Where Were You Last Night with a couple of extra bits added in. So there's covers from other artists as well, it's not just Nightwish covers on here. This is quite I was going to say old, but it's not, but like it's mainly the first 2 albums. In fact, I think it's entirely the first 2 albums. I don't think it goes into this. No, it doesn't. So yeah, this is the first 2 albums. So I am right chronologically. A bit awkward, I know. I should have done my research better before opening my camera up, but oh well. Here I am. So yeah, so now I've got the bundle, which we've already spoke about this, so we don't want to see that again. And so from what I can tell is that this is the actual album, Colours in the Dark, and that Left in the Dark is like B-sides, remixes, demos kind of things of this album, which is very cool, to be honest. I like the fact that you get basically a 2-disc album. I got this pack for £5.99 on EMP, So if you want this like little set, it's so cheap. You can find it cheap. I was happy to pay £6 for 3 discs. That was incredible. So obviously on this album, I think the big song, at least the big song for me, the one that I have heard a lot, is Victim of Ritual. That seems to be the one that she does live quite a lot, and that seems to be the one that maybe is more popular with fans. Never Enough, I think, was a single on this, and I really like that as well. This one's got Never Light on. I really like that song. My problem is with these 2 albums is that I've mainly listened to them on my MP3 player, and I can't tell you the difference between the demo and the actual track for a couple of them. There's like instrumental versions and things on here, so obviously I can tell the difference, and live versions, so I know the difference in those cases. But there's like demo version and like remix version and whatnot. Sorry. Don't mind me, makeup disasters and everything to go along with it. So yes, that's those albums. And then these are the latest 2 albums. I got these for my last birthday. And so they are The Shadow Self and The Brightest Void. And now the problem with these albums is that you can't see what tracks are on it until you like tilt it in the light. It's like printed on in clear ink, so it does make it a bit difficult to know what's on here. But kind of like I shouldn't, but my favourite song is Diva. I love it. It's amazing. Like she knows how to make a good like diss track. I'll give her that, because I Walk Alone was great. And Diva is amazing. I am obsessed with that song. I will listen to it a lot. I am a little bit obsessed with her cover of Goldfinger, the Bond theme. That is amazing. The song Demons in You with Alicia White Guts. Is that how you pronounce it? Glutz? I've seen her live. I should know her name. Alyssa. I'm trying to read it from this awkward writing. The lady from Arch Enemy, who I have seen live and enjoyed. She was a good performer. I feel like that song is a bit of a mess. Is that horrible? Is that unpopular opinion? It's not one of my favourite songs, and I know that they're going to perform it. Well, Tarja is going to perform it with probably a voice over. When we see them tonight. I already know it's in the set list because I've kind of been looking up set lists. And it's a bit, I don't know, it just seems a bit all over the place. It's like some weird funky mixture with metal that just seems like it kind of cuts between the 2 genres. It doesn't blend them, and that's my problem. And I mean, to be honest, these albums, I kind of like, I've listened to them, but I haven't listened to them anywhere near as much as I have these, because obviously they're new. And I got them at the time. I got 2 Baby Metal albums, and then I got Epica's album as well. So these 2 have kind of been put a bit on the back burner. Sorry. So my general opinions on Tarja's solo career is she is a very impressive singer. Obviously, you know, we all loved Nightwish. She brought a whole new life into the symphonic metal genre, but I feel like her solo career isn't as catchy or as powerful maybe as her Nightwish career was. I've got nothing, like, it's not that I don't like it, because obviously I've gone out and bought all the albums, or I've got them as gifts, but I don't think it is as good as she can be. Obviously vocally it is, but I feel like the actual songs themselves, they're just not, they're not quite there. They're like, I can easily listen to it all, like it's very easy listening to me, but it's not songs that instantly stick with me, other than like the few standout tracks. More tracks from My Winter Storm than any other album, I would say, stand out to me. But I really love Deeper at the moment. I'm actually quite a bit obsessed with that song. And hidden at the end of The Shadow Self, I want to say it is. Yeah, it is hidden at the end of My Shadow Self. Is a song that's like, this is a hit song, and there's like a weird dance break in it, and I was walking into town listening to it and I was actually laughing because I was like, what is this at the end of this album? It's amazing, but it's quite funny with a like weird dance remix bit and stuff in it. Look for that song, like skip to the end of Too Many and listen to it. It's only like 2 or 3 minutes long. It's like a really tiny little bit of song, just there's like a minute gap in between and then that song kicks in. Just listen to it, it's so funny. It's not funny because it's bad, it's just so unexpected and crazy that it'll make you laugh and make you happy. But yeah, I feel like her solo career isn't quite to the level that she should be on. She is better than her solo career, if you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be horrible, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy, but I do think she can do better. It's the same as what I was trying to say about Endless Form's Most Beautiful, is that it was an amazing Nightwish album, but it wasn't an amazing Floor album. I feel like it's the other way. Like, Tarja's performance is amazing, but the songs aren't good enough for her. If you see what I mean. I'm not trying to diss any side of this argument here. It's just that I feel like there is more to come from her. I think she got very close with My Winter Storm, and I feel like she could probably go there. I think there's got to be an album that comes out that I will be obsessed with, because it's a voice that I was obsessed with. Still am. I mean, my favourite era of Nightwish is of course the Tarja era. I mean, she's the queen. She is the queen of symphonic metal. She is the voice that created the buzz around the genre. I don't think that if they had not gone with her in Nightwish, I don't think I would probably be sat here today talking about symphonic metal as much as I do. I mean, Epica, Simone Simmons actually said that she was taking pop lessons until she heard Tarja Turunen sing, and then she wanted to do classical. So without her, I wouldn't even have my favourite band. I wouldn't have Epica, or I would, but they wouldn't be what they are today, and I don't want to know how it would have been if it would be different. So we've got to thank a lot for her. She's a very incredible lady, she's a very inspirational lady, and I wish her all the best. And as you can obviously tell, I've come out of the drama between her and Nightwish, and I can still become a fan of both sides. I'm not taking sides, even though I absolutely love a Song Diva, which is blatantly a bash at Nightwish. But I just take it as a good song. I don't take it for the message. I'm not going to start, using those lyrics and being like, I can't listen to Nightwish anymore. So yeah, a bit rambly and a bit crazy. You know the drill. I like to talk a lot about random things that just come into my mind. I don't script myself. Sometimes I'll have notes and things to point myself, but the albums were kind of just there to remind me of the songs that I wanted to mention. So, have you listened to Tarja's solo career? What do you think? What are your favourite songs? Do you agree with some of my opinions? Do you have any albums you'd like to tell me about? Or is there another DVD that I can buy? I know she has some like full classical DVDs out there, but I'm not quite sure if I'm ready to listen to her just be classical. I love symphonic metal because it does have, gorgeous voices with the absolutely like powerful metal that I enjoy. So, let's talk about her. Let's give our opinions. Do you still like both sides of her and Nightwish? Have you taken a side? There's a lot to talk about with this lady, and are you going to see her, or have you seen her in her current tour or before? This will be my first time seeing her tonight. I'm very excited, as you can probably tell by the fact that I'm like, yeah! And yes, so I shall talk to you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.